I told you they're threatening me.
That ain't no fault of your own.
Yeah.
Absolutely insufferable. Where's your ID at?
Yeah, good day.
No.
Okay, you're under arrest. Put your hands behind your back. Do not resist.
Do you have an ID on you? I just need to get it out of the call. If I do my job right, you should never have to do any, like, court appearance. Oh, sorry. I didn't ask if I could come in.
Come in.
Guys, before I play for you this footage of horrific police brutality taking place in Branson, Missouri, I just want to let you all know that none of us at ROR are against the police. As a matter of fact, we love it when a cop does a good job in their duties. And we would love to see more cops in America that actually honor their oath and respect our rights. But I simply, under good conscience, cannot side with them when they do things like what you're about to witness. The victim of this police brutality is behind the channel known as Moodyyacker. In particular, an elderly disabled man named Ray Lopez, with the perpetrators being a couple of officers from the Branson PD in Missouri. Now, the cops were called by one of the neighbors on June 8th, 2024, simply because Mr. Lopez was choking on coffee and spat it out from his second-floor balcony. Nobody was hit with the coffee, and no damage was done to any kind of property. But even if that were the case, the cops were working off of nothing other than hearsay from a phone call. And even though this man willingly gave them his name and date of birth, which he legally didn't have to, because the cops had no probable cause and no reasonable articulable suspicion of any crime he committed, as well as no exigent circumstances, and even though they knew beforehand that he didn't have a physical identification with him, because a recent hospital visit caused him to lose his identification, they still proceed to manhandle this crippled man just because he attempted to dismiss them. And as we play for you this footage, we the people, just so you know, viewer discretion is advised.
Have a good day. Don't enter my home. I don't care. Yeah, now you're going to turn it on. Now you're going to pause it. Hey, roll this.
There ain't no pause. Check the light.
Oh, now we turn it on. You don't want to get all the story.
I did not think it was a big deal.
You don't want to get the whole story, do ya?
Where's your ID at?
Yeah, good day.
No.
Okay, you're under arrest. Put your hands behind your back. Do not resist.
Please don't take my uncle, please!
Hey,
Stop!
my brother!
Back up!
Stop!
Get back!
You can't do that!
Get back!
To him.
Get back
You
now!
cannot do that to him. He is here, disabled. He just got out of He got out of the goddamn hospital. You can't do that to him. You're gonna kill him. You hurt him. It hit your ass. You hurt him. It hit your ass. I ain't doing anything. You're hurting my brother. You threw him down on the ground. You both are.
Why are you putting him under arrest for no reason?
Get back.
No, that is illegal, dude.
Okay, get back.
Y'all are on some bullshit.
Okay.
You're not taking it.
Get off of my brother.
You're not taking it.
He's under arrest.
No.
He's under arrest. Stop.
Charges for resisting.
Go.
Back up.
Ain't nobody resisting.
I'm not doing anything.
Nobody's doing anything.
Stand up.
Stand up.
Let's go.
Stop.
Stand up.
Please, just back up.
You gotta back up, dude. Do you realize what's
You guys
wrong
have to
with
back
him?
up.
Well, you guys need to back up and let him
Y'all
up.
come in here doing that, charging
What's it
him,
look like we're doing?
tackling him to the
You
floor.
weren't until now.
He's gotta. Dude.
Get back.
No, he's. You can't. No.
No, leave me alone.
That's what he said to me.
Give me a minute.
That's what he said to me. He said,
I'm his brother. You
You
leave me
hurt
alone.
him for no exact reason.
Y'all are.
Okay, how many times did I ask for an ID?
No.
Okay, but he doesn't have one.
Okay.
My God, he told you that.
You gonna attack a disabled person?
He doesn't drive.
Wow, dude, we're here on vacation,
We don't have to explain anything to you guys. He's under arrest. That's the end of it.
He didn't do anything.
He's under arrest for failure ID.
You can't
He
arrest
doesn't have one, you retard.
If you're a cop, you can tell me how to do my job.
He said he didn't have one.
Hold on.
So these two officers end up slamming this man into his stairs and knocking him unconscious, and when he eventually wakes up, as you're going to see in the rest of this video, his tremors start to severely act up. And toward the end of that first section of the body cam, one of the officers involved calls for an ambulance, but calls it for a low priority, as noted by one of the comments in the original video.
Do you want us to get an ambulance here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You just threw him into the floor into the steps.
Okay, we're not gonna do all of this.
There ain't no
27
doing
Branson.
it. You did it.
Could you start TCAD non-priority, please?
Now, I've already discussed how they have no probable cause and no reasonable articulable suspicion of a crime to even get this man's identification, let alone arresting him, even though he gave his identification. What comes next is one of the officers speaking to the neighbor who called them in the first place, and listen to the lies and hypocrisy he proceeds to spew.
Sorry, man.
All good.
I told you they're threatening me.
That ain't no fault of your own.
Yeah.
Absolutely insufferable.
So, yeah, that's what I was afraid of.
So, they're not planning anytime soon. Quit spitting over your railing.
Yeah.
They seem to think that it's their right to spit, even if some mist gets on your porch, which I disagree with. It's your place. You shouldn't have to deal with their spit on your porch.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's my opinion. But, whatever you want to do, we can send charges for peace disturbance as a simple municipal ticket, or they're just going to keep doing what they're doing. That's up to you.
Yeah, we've already called the owners of the place to see if we can get moved, you know, or something.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to deal with it, you know what I mean? Because I don't feel safe here now. You know?
Okay.
I really don't. That was
Okay.
not with my wife and my in-laws here.
So, I understand you want to move. My question is, are you wanting me to scratch out a ticket for the threats, the peace disturbance, the whole 9 yards?
It ain't gonna do no good, is it?
I mean, it'll fix the behavior, or at least give some sort of an encouragement to fix the
To
behavior.
not do it again.
Otherwise, the next person moving is just going to deal with the same thing.
Wherever.
I'm not trying to
Yeah.
convince you or sway you one way, but that's the fact of the matter.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. Go
Okay.
ahead.
Do you
Yeah,
have,
I mean-
do you have an ID on you? I just need to get it out of the call. If I do my job right, you should never have to do any court appearance. Oh, sorry, I didn't ask if I could come in.
Come in.
Okay, there's so many elephants in the room to address here, but the first biggest one is this officer admitting on the body cam that he needs that occupant's permission to cross the threshold of that apartment. Well, gee, where was that discernment earlier, officer? Perhaps it was because he was actually willing to give up his identification even though he didn't have to. Oh, wait!
Okay, how many times did I ask for an ID?
No.
Okay, but he
Okay.
My God, he told you that.
You all see the dichotomy here, right? The sheer hypocrisy of it all. And then of course we have the lies to talk about, with this cop claiming that the guy downstairs was cussing at him and refusing to identify himself, and among other things. Even though the body cam footage only starts less than a minute before that man Ray Lopez is brutalized, and what little audio we're able to get doesn't show him cussing at the cops at all. Maybe he was being a little belligerent, but I didn't hear a single cuss word come from him. And of course, not to mention, he already identified himself earlier by giving his name and date of birth. And to add a cherry on top of why this scumbag should be on the Brady list, and if only we could get his actual name and badge number, is him having the audacity to say that he's not trying to sway the neighbor's decision one way or another.
Why the you lying? Why you always lying?
Yeah, let's just say he has a funny way of showing that, doesn't he? Oh, but believe me, it is far from over. In fact, it gets worse. So we obviously know that the first two cops are trigger-happy liars and hypocrites. But what about the sergeant? Let's just say he's all of that, topped with an apathetic cherry.
Welcome. Said, hey, he's gonna be. You're gonna be charged with. We have peace disturbance at the minimum. I need a driver's license. He said, I don't have a driver's license. You turn around and start walking back in. So we reached in, grabbed a hold of him. As soon as he reached in and grabbed a hold of him, he kind of flung himself down on the ground. Started acting like he was seizing and whatnot. Brother and I don't know who the younger girl is, and wife came over, and they all started kind of getting in our face this way. So right now, Ray is on the couch with a cane. He's under arrest.
Your officer messed up, dude. He threw my brother into the ground.
Okay, then I need you to step back, or we're going to arrest you for interference. Please step back.
I'm not doing anything. What do you mean? I'm not doing anything at all.
Go ahead.
Okay, so right now he's under arrest,
Wow.
so I don't want you near him.
That's my brother. I had to
Okay,
help
and
him
your brother
up.
uncle's under
He's
arrest.
disabled.
Okay,
He's
well, I'm
disabled.
sorry. We have an ambulance en route, so let's not do anything to make the situation worse, and let's just all relax.
Ain't nobody getting excited but you. You're the only one throwing threats.
I'm not throwing threats.
You just did. You just did. I didn't do anything.
No, you're talking.
I did not do anything.
Regardless of the word that comes
Very
out of your
condescending.
mouth, you're a threat.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Regardless how you want to say it.
Okay.
Keep feeding the arse.
Would you like my business license?
I don't
No,
know.
we got your badge number and your picture.
I'll leave
That's
it.
okay. That's all we need.
We got you, son.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Thank you.
I'll leave this right here for you guys.
We don't need it. Don't leave that. We don't want that.
Yeah, I don't care what you leave.
55 Branson. If you wanted to advise TC males, well, what are your chief complaints, sir?
Yeah, whatever you want to say.
No, I want to know what you need an ambulance for.
I'm in pain. You just knocked me
Guys, just
out.
bring
I
it
got my
down.
tremors acting up.
Okay, male said he's in
Yeah.
pain or has tremors acting up. It's the guy that is in custody.
Dude, this is ridiculous.
Yeah, it is.
This is dumb.
Okay, well, sometimes dumb things happen. That's what happened today.
Yeah, your officers come in here charging around, knock my husband down, and cause him to be like this.
Yep.
So
That's
we can do this
exactly
two
what
ways. We can just here not argue about the situation.
We're
Or
not
we can take him
arguing.
out to the car because he is in custody. We can do all this out there. We're trying to be
not
not.
arguing.
Just hear me out. We're trying to be nice. Let him to be comfortable on the couch.
Whatever, you're being nice. Do what you got to do. Don't act like you're doing something, please.
What? We ain't doing nothing,
You don't
dude.
know who I am.
You're the
Don't-
one
don't-
that's
don't
being.
sit
You're the
there
one
like that.
right now. You have the attitude. You're the one
Yeah,
throwing the threats.
exactly.
You're the one doing this.
I'm
Ain't
not
nobody
throwing
doing
threats.
anything.
You are.
Nobody's
Okay.
doing nothing.
Okay.
So I'm trying to be. Okay.
Enjoy yourself.
This situation right here is simply ripe for a lawsuit, and I only wish that we could get the footage perspective from the brother who was recording this whole thing. Overall, all three of the cops involved in this situation are absolutely abhorrent, and not a single one of them are good. And as a matter of fact, it's bad cops like these that get good cops killed. I am not exaggerating when I say that, because every darn time, a bad cop brutalizes somebody, it encourages people all over the country to have homicidal thoughts against their own local police department, leading to genuinely good cops getting ambushed and killed or worse. If nothing else, on top of rights violations, that's exactly why we hate bad policing at ROR. And assuming the rest of you agree, we're going to be leaving contact information down below to this police department in Missouri for all of you to hold accountable, and maybe get the names and badge numbers of all three cops involved in this police brutality. We encourage you to be as respectful as can be if you choose to redress your grievances, but similarly to what the acronym of our channel says, please do let them all hear our roar. And please be sure to go subscribe to Moody Hacker and support them on their GoFundMe page to help them find a lawyer to sue this department for what they've done to this innocent, poor, crippled man. Be sure to let them know that recognizing our rights said hello as well. Not only that, but these cops are exactly the reason why you need an attorney at your side at all times whenever you deal with the police or sheriff deputies. That is why it's very important that you check out the description and the pinned comment down below to Attorney Shield, or you can scan the QR code on the screen right here. This is a one-of-a-kind app that allows you to have an attorney on speed dial and allows you to record your interactions with the police, with them being helpless to stop you from doing so. If you choose to use our promo code of ROR1776 upon checkout as well, you can get your first purchase 10% off. This would not only support our channel, but it would also help you, because Lord knows in this day and age, you need a lawyer at your side. That being said, we the people, thank you once again for watching. The only other thing we want from you would simply be to never stop loving the good old Constitution.